Hi, I'm Reverend Dr. Terry Gallagher, and welcome back to another episode of Come and See, where we look at the hope for the future that's made possible when our faith guides our use of technology. Today I want to talk about solar farms. We've talked about solar before, and it's great to be out here on a sunny day to talk about solar farms. What's the difference? Well, solar farms are utility-scaled solar plants that generate electricity. And compared to rooftop solar, solar farms have a lot lower installation costs because they use land. And they use land that's already being used for something else. All right? So picture this parking lot covered with solar panels, providing shade for the cars and shelter for the cars, but generating electricity. What a great idea. That's happening across the globe. You know, oddly enough, the very first solar fields were on oil derricks out in the ocean because the fossil fuel companies needed a way to have power, and so having them solar photovoltaic on oil rigs gave them power to run the oil rigs. And today you can find solar farms, well, on landfills where you can't use the land for anything else. You can find them on big open areas in rural parks. You can find them floating on lakes and seas. You can find solar farms all over the place because they just make sense. In fact, the cost of photovoltaics have come down so much that the cost of power from solar farms is now the most competitive source of electrical energy on Earth. I kid you not. Countries like in the Middle East, Kuwait, are building solar farms because it's cheaper than burning the oil that they're selling us. Now, how dumb are we that we're not doing that more here? All right? But it's coming. They've got solar farms that they can unroll on a reel. They can pull in a trailer and pull out the solar farm like a piece of carpet. And so in emergency situations like Puerto Rico, they've put solar fields down there to generate electricity. Combined with Tesla's batteries, they've just powered a children's hospital before anything else has gotten power because the sun is there shining and giving electricity. You know, embracing a technology that has existed since the 50s, it's about time we did it. The economics are just stunning. You actually have to go against the economic case to not use a solar farm. It actually avoids cost by using a solar farm instead of coal or oil or gas. The only reason not to be putting in solar farms is because, well, you're an oil company or a coal company and a gas company, and you want to claim those assets that you already got underneath the ground, and you don't worry about what's coming to the kids. Solar farms, the use of the sun, 1 hour of sunlight across the globe would power all humankind's needs for a whole year. Why wouldn't we want to do that? So combining solar with roofs, top solar, but especially utility-sized solar over land that's already being used to get a double use out of it, that just makes so much sense. Not only economically for us right now, but for the future of our kids. You know, in the book of Genesis, right at the very start, the poet of Genesis describes God putting lights to guide us in the night and in the day. And God looked upon the sun and the moon and said, "This is good." And he gave us the light to separate us from the darkness. We are so in need of a way to power our future that does not destroy what our kids have to face. We can do this. We have the technology. It's simply a matter of having our faith guide our use of technology. And so the next time you hear of somebody wanting to support coal or support oil, you know they're lying through their teeth when they say it's good for you. We can do this. We have the technology. Photovoltaics discovered silicone in the 1950s, made into powerful photovoltaics in the 1980s. This is 35-year-old technology that is now available on a global mass scale at a cost of pennies per kilowatt. We can do this. We just have to demand it. For my kids and your kids, my grandkids and your grandkids, we can do this. Solar farms, an amazing technology, just one of many that we have that we can use right now. And so we'll see you next time on Come and See, where we'll once again explore the technology that exists right now, that if our faith guides our use of it rather than our greed, our kids have a future and we have hope. See you next time.
And faith is not in knowing, it's a willingness to learn. And faith is found in loving when there's nothing in return. So come and see, around the bend, look my friend, and what could be? Come with me, come with me. There's so much more to know, so come and see. There's so much more to know, so come and see.